Holy shit! Vote now. Vote passed. Prepare to fight. 3, 2, 1. Fight. You have taken the lead. Five-minute warning.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly. Good evening.
How are you doing, Inferno? It's been a long time.
Yes, a very long time. We meet again.
Yeah, at last, finally. I'm loving the picture-in-picture.
Yeah?
I remember that sort of toward your more holy shit's last days of streaming. Yeah, it's good stuff. I really like it.
Yeah.
Let me just finish getting setting up now.
Okay.
But where have you been then?
Excuse me?
Where have you guys been then? You guys seem to disappear off the face of
Yeah.
streaming.
I've written a post about it on the website.
Oh, okay.
And basically, Last Knife, he became a daddy, and he has a second one on the way. Forecast had a job offering, and
Too good to turn down, really.
yeah, he took it, and I haven't heard anything from him since. BKB, also known as Bandit 5K, he's still pretty unemployed, and he didn't like Quake Live anymore, so he returned to CPM.
Yeah, I think I've actually seen him playing around still, whether it's CPM or Warsaw or something.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen his name around.
Who else was there? Yeah, Bartolomeo, the German guy.
Oh, he was casting a lot toward the end.
Yeah. He moved on to StarCraft 2, and I think he was playing Diablo 3 last time I saw him. I still play with him once in a while, but not too often. I don't think he plays Quake Live anymore.
Yeah. To be honest, I've not played enough Quake Live really. I've been busy elsewhere, but I thought last ZOTAC Cup I might as well make an appearance.
Yeah.
I tried to get on one of the semi-finals, but I didn't. Then I saw you guys streaming, so I thought, oh, hello, might as well jump on with you.
Yeah.
Help you out. Looks like we're going live on map number 1, which is Bloodrim.
Yes, Cypher versus Guard in the finals. Any?
Yeah. Well, Cypher, I think. It's got to be Cypher, really. But Guard looked really, really strong against Noctis. Noctis, I'm not sure how much he's been playing recently. Probably more TDM than 1v1. I remember at DreamHack finals, he dropped out in the consolation final, just gave Cooler third place. So I wasn't too surprised that God was able to beat him. But straight off the bat, it looks like Cypher's not doing too bad for himself, although God is fairly stacked. You'd probably say he's in the better position, and well, I don't know if God realises that Cypher doesn't have that rocket launcher, so he seems to be setting up a bit of a trap there. But we've got the next red armor coming up, and Cypher looks like he's going to be hiding by this teleporter. I'm not sure why he's not challenging for it, instead going for this mega health. There will be a bit of a fight here. Looks like Cypher might have the advantage. That LG's come out from God, though. God will manage to pick up that frag, and that's going to gift him this red armor and also this upper yellow. He won't manage to get to the bottom yellow, so actually Cypher should be able to back out onto that, but now it's about Cypher just finding as much as he can without taking any damage, because he needs to sort of sack himself up, because with this mega health and red armor at the same time, it's going to be a good opportunity for him to get at least one of them. And it was God to push down toward that mega health last time, so you would expect him to go down, but after seeing Cypher, he may just rain down hell, and no, he will drop down. We saw him drop down against Noctis as well in a similar position. A ballsy move considering Cypher did have that LG, but Cypher will make his way to that red armor. And yeah, it's just going to be about hoarding all the items at the moment. The next big fight will probably be around the red armor in about 10 seconds or so. God actually has a good position on it, but Cypher, rather than taking the upper ground for it, looks like he's going to maybe give it up or just peek out for a rail shot by this mega health. Because if he does keep his ground here, it will mean that God will have a more difficult time dropping down for this mega health. So this is actually smart play by Cypher. But Cypher should be able to hold on to this comfortably and keep it, but that's a good grenade coming out onto Cypher. He will have to be pushed away from that mega health and will end up just killing himself with that rocket launcher, hoping for a better spawn perhaps. Or maybe it was accidental, I completely missed it, but yeah, that was a great grenade opening up that opportunity there for God to come in. A little bit lucky perhaps, but it's worked out well. So -1. Whereas this God can just pretty much go as aggressive as he wants at the moment. He's got this lower yellow coming up in about 3 seconds he'll be able to pick up. And he's just on good form for this entire map now, really. There's not much Cypher's going to be able to do. He doesn't have the rocket launcher, he doesn't have the LG. So basically God can just go ahead and set up a trap at anywhere he likes. Cypher won't be able to get this red armor, so yeah, he's doing smart to move down toward this LG. But I'm going to stick on God's perspective at the moment, because his next protocol will be that rocket launcher, just to keep it away from Cypher. It will mean that Cypher's going to have a much more difficult time in playing that plus back roll. And yeah, that's good play from God. He'll probably be aware that Cypher just doesn't have one yet, so as long as he keeps making his way back there, he'll be en route for a frag. And that's some fantastic LG. He's going to be able to pick that one up. 3 to -1. Cypher actually gets the rocket launcher spawn there. And Guard should be able to still get this red armor and mega health nonetheless. It's some good rocket damage from Cypher though, eliminating a lot of that armor, that red armor pickup. So Cypher's looking pretty good actually to start mounting some kind of comeback. Whether we can get in position toward this red armor and pin Guard up in the air as he makes that jump across, we'll see. It's certainly a good position to do it from. It looks like he's going to make a ballsy pass through this teleporter. Guard's going to be ready for it though. Able to pick up that frag. 4 to -1 now. As I say, probably got somewhere near that rocket launcher spawn again. So Guard actually going to charge around for this frag again. Good prediction, knowing how the spawns work in this game. It's the furthest percentage, to put it in layman's terms, of spawns on the map that you will find your opponent in. That's why you'll see some of these players go for the spawn frags. Some of course easier than others, and that one was definitely had to be worked for by Guard. But 6 frag margin now, and Guard's got to be feeling pretty comfortable here on this first map. But that's a fantastic cheeky little railgun. Put Cypher down really low. Guard's just expecting Cypher to go over that 50 HP now to bring himself back up, but really Cypher doesn't have anything, and that grenade's going to not help things whatsoever, so Cypher just got to be really careful at the moment. I don't think he's going to be able to get this red armor. I don't know really why he dropped down there, opened himself up for that railgun, but it's going to mean he can't jump over to the red. I have no idea where Guard is coming, so I'm just going to stick on Cypher for a while and see what he's doing out of control. But he needs to find some yellows. He's nowhere near the lower, which I imagine Guard will pick up. Yeah, it's just been taken on that left-hand side timer. These players, of course, don't have the times of all the items. Only us spectators do in private servers. Do everything in the head, 25 seconds for armors, 35 for mega health. And if we were playing TDM, it would be 2 minutes for quad or battle suit. But this is 1v1, and Cypher's still got to be very careful. That plasma deadly on land pings, but online with around about 60 to 65, not so much. And let me have a look at the stats. Actually, Cypher's LG just 11 at the moment, but he hasn't really had opportunity to bring it out. The player that has is Guard, and he's only hitting 32, so kind of just shows the online pings coming into play a little bit, as some exchange of fire will be taken by that lower yellow. Cypher actually managed to deal a bit of damage, but he's still not comfortable whatsoever, so he's still going to be playing out of control. He won't be able to challenge for this next mega health, but he may be able to get on the upper yellow. No, Guard will pick that up. So yeah, Cypher's just got to be careful. Maybe set up a trap by the rocket launcher. Expect Guard to dive round, thinking that he's safe around every corner with that stack, but in fact Guard's just going to wait for this mega health instead and secure that for him. Cypher's just doing all he can at the moment. He's trying to get in an item, but as Guard has every item on the map now, he can just run the route as perfectly as possible. That's a cheeky jump toward the red armor, steals it away, and you know that may seem like a sort of a useless move to some, but he's denied that item of Guard now, and if he could hit one lucky rocket here, it would have actually opened up the frag. Instead he's going to go in with the LG. That's ballsy, almost lucky I think the rocket bounced him away, as I think Guard would have been able to pick up that frag there. So Cypher getting away with his life, it seems, at the moment. 3 HP, surely he's not going to make the jump. Where's Guard gone? Yeah, 10 HP, had to drop for that mega health, but yeah, Cypher doesn't have the stack at all to jump forward that red armor, so that's just going to leave up, and this is actually really bad for Cypher. Can he make it with 28-20? Yes, he could, and Guard actually not opting to check. I'm not sure if he realised that Cypher was that low for that entire time, but, you know, he looks like he's just going to take that red armor nonetheless, and hopefully this 25 HP will spawn for him soon, and he can make his way toward the 50 eventually. But Mega's first, so maybe, just maybe, he could steal this one away. It doesn't look like Guard wants this one. He has realised that Cypher's picked up some armor. Yeah, looks like Guard wants to set up a bit of a trap. Let him go through the teleporter here. But and now he's got the red armor time. That's actually brilliant play by Guard. Not so much a great grenade though, as I switch on to Guard. Takes away a lot of his own life. And I just managed to get that upper yellow. Next fight will be over this red armor. Guard does have that time, remember, and Cypher has dropped. So whether Guard will be able to push onto it or not, or whether he feels comfortable or not, we'll see. Cypher actually made a jump down toward that mega health. Now, Guard won't realise that, but he may just go for the jump anyway toward red. No, he's not going to risk it. He knows that 6 frags here on Blood Run could be enough to win it, if he continues to play like he is, Guard. He's just play passive. Make sure he has a time on every important item, the red armor and the mega health, and then move around the map, keeping as much of that stack as possible. But that's a fantastic little railgun from Cypher. You know, take guard down to 96 to 40. We'll see. And God continue to play this game and not get punished for it. We've seen Avec do it many times here on Bloodrun. Is God the new Avec? See? That so far looks like Cypher's just having so much trouble finding him. Could be it though. It could be a nice opening for God there to deal a lot of damage, but thankfully Cypher just jumped a little bit too high for him. He's able to be bounced away. We'll keep his stack here, Cypher. So wrong. He had bounced into the air. But Cypher needs to find this frag soon. 35 HP for God. He's got no armor whatsoever. These shards aren't going to deal anywhere enough to that stack to assist him in a fight. As soon as that armor stripped, his HP will be gone almost instantly. That God just seems to be really well positioned at the moment. That's a nice jump up from Cypher, but God has the rocket launcher, and that's why I meant earlier on that Cypher had to watch that red armor, because that rocket launcher is so well out of control. But he has managed to find 2 frags. Comeback is on. 40 seconds, 5 seconds for every respawn. Delay it 4. So actually, in fact, we only have 20 seconds now, 15 seconds in fact, for Cypher to find these frags. That respawn delay will come into play, and it looks like God is going to be able to get away with this one, although this could be bad if God doesn't get a move on. I think this may just seal the deal, though. God should be able to drop through that teleport. Even if it goes down now, he will be able to delay these spawns for long enough. As these are some good plus-back rocket launches. The Cypher has to come through, but there's no way he's going to be able to pick up that frag. He'll forfeit. Good game, well played. Map number 1 will go in favour of God. Here in this best-of-5 grand final of the last ZOTAC, number 144. See what map number 2 is. Pretty good game, really, Inferno.
Yeah, yeah. I very much enjoyed it, especially your commentary.
Well, I'm a little rusty. I think I'm picking it up.
No, it's not rusty at all. It's perfect.
But I'm surprised, really, God managed to evade Cypher for that long. It was
yeah,
really
for that
well
long.
played.
I was really hoping for the comeback, but it never really managed to pull through in the end.
I mean, what I noticed with Bloodrun, I played around a week or so ago against Zoot. It just feels like they've changed the spawn system, and it's a lot more difficult to find the spawn frag. So before, when you said, well, there's 5 second spawn delay, 40 seconds left, you need 4 frags, it's unlikely but still possible perhaps. But now it almost feels like the spawn's kind of... It's impossible, because it's almost easy to evade as soon as you spawn in. There's perhaps one spawn that's very difficult to stop. But map number 2 here in the grand final. Cypher versus God in this last ZOTAC is going to be Furious Heights. Cypher will get that mega health, that LG, and now we'll move back forward those shards and that yellow armor. He will know that God will want that LG, so Cypher should make his way back there and set up a trap, which is exactly what he's doing. He's got the rocket launcher, is that perfect weapon to do so. And Cypher will have good times and everything. You'll know around about the approximate time that this red arm has spawned, and actually will have position on that. Now he knows God is over there, so you see him drop down and put that spam rocket in toward that corridor. Good play from Cypher. And he knows Mega Out's coming up. If God wants to jump over, that would be an easy kill for Cypher, so probably we'll just look for the railgun at the teleporter. That's what we are going to see. This is a good plasma from Cypher, and actually a good sort of a defense of this Mega Elf. Stripped away quite a lot of that health and armor from Cypher, but you know, perhaps just too much too early, I feel. But nonetheless, this is going to be a red armor towards Cypher. Some good defensive grenades coming in toward red armor. Just trying to deal so much damage, trying to feel out when the red armor is spawning. Unfortunately, non-connecting, so he'll have no idea. He'll have to guesstimate that time for the next spawn. But he's managed to find those 2 yellows. There's wow, this is a ballsy move from Cypher. It should result in a frag as well. Good play. Just knows that really God has nothing, and this will be another one off the spawn as well. There's no way God's going to be able to defend himself from this one. The question is, can he deal enough damage to help him off the spawn? No, he can't, and Cypher's going to be in a good position to delay his route back toward that red armor to give the red armor spawn to God, maybe pick up the frag. But as I say that, it does seem like God perhaps delayed his spawn. I'm sure you guys on the picture-in-picture here on the Holy Shit stream probably saw what he did, but it seemed like God may have delayed his spawn. So then he still got the mega side of the map, allowing him to pick that one up. That was actually a brilliant play from God. So that means Cypher's only got 100, but he has got 200 of that armor, and that is a brilliant railgun onto God. God will steal away this red armor, but the amount of health and armor Cypher will still have is going to allow him to hold on toward this mega health. He'll also pick up these shards on the yellow armor, so Cypher's still looking as good as he did 5 seconds ago. But I did really like God's play there, just trying to keep as much away from Cypher as possible. Fortunately, the damage didn't come out, and here we go again, another frag in favour of Cypher. And Cypher really looking to make this 1-map-to-1 at the moment. As he's now 5-0 up here in 2.5 minutes with practically everything on the map. God should at least get 1 yellow armor, which will help his offense unless Cypher charges straight toward that mega health. Maybe not, which is actually what Cypher's going to do, delaying that yellow armor. Favour of getting in mega position. And will God pick up this red? Yes, he will. So Cypher more content in having the higher health advantage here than the armor, which is always good, because having 100 armor is pretty much all you need, especially if you have that 200 health. It's so much more effective than having 200 armor, 100 health. You can see there picking up that frag, 140 to 70, and you can afford to do these kind of things as well with sticks in the lead. You want to pick up this red armor. Is over-aggressive move by God, but again, just trying to perhaps hope to deal as much damage before he dies and get the better spawn, because here on Furious Heights you don't really play for spawn kills on this map, as that's going to be 7 to -1. You play more for items, so like I said earlier on, you can delay your move toward red armor at Mega to give your opponent the red armor spawn. You then pick up the red armor, move back and pick up the Mega health, stuff like that. And if you can deal a lot of damage before an item spawns on the other side of the map to your opponent, even if you die you'll get that spawn, and you might be in a better position than Cypher was. So God is in some ways doing what he thinks he needs to do. Fortunately it's not working out, but at any given time we could see things switch around as Cypher sets up a trap beneath that Mega health. As, perhaps God wants to go and get the Mega. And it's 8 to -1. But again, this is just, there's going to be almost no way to come back now. Couple more frags, and I would probably call that a good game on map number 2. We'll see if God would like to continue on though, and warm himself up for the third, because it would be 1-1. I think it will be here at this 10 frag margin, but it's definitely just playing this cautiously. The position you see him in at the moment is actually one of the strongest here on Furious Heights. You get open sort of access to everywhere on the map, be it Mega Health, red armor, and that's kind of as well where the player out of control will look to go. So while Cypher is there, you would expect God to venture over there as well to try and get item timings, everything on the map. So Cypher's playing smart. But that is a nice steal away of that red armor. This could be God's opening here. He managed to pick it up, the Mega Health as well. He's got the yellow. Will Cypher drop down onto him? That's the question. If Cypher does drop down, God would have the advantage. God comes to that teleporter, but opts instead just to move away toward the red armor. Keep that stack. It looks like Cypher doesn't actually realise the Mega Health was taken here, so God could be in a really good position, because he will be able to pick up that yellow armor as well. 100 to 200. He's got 10 seconds to make his way toward that Mega Health. We know Cypher hasn't got much armor to his name. That railgun's going to put him down to 45. That is about 80 damage for a rail shot. All that LG burst will shut down the frag. 9 to 0 now. 9 frags to make up in 4.5 minutes. There's that. God will make his way in toward that red armor. Now we see Cypher doing that guard trick of stealing it away. And there's the railgun as well. And Cypher says, well, this is how you do it properly, God. You actually deal damage. You steal away the item. As God gets the plasma spawn. Wow, that's a nice burst damage coming up there. Going to make it 10 to 1. Pushing things back around yet again. But like I say, 4 minutes, 9 frags. It's very unlikely, but stranger things have happened here in Quake Life. And this is the last ZOTAC Cup, so these players all want to win. See, Cypher's screaming, so he's got to be quite low, and God will know that as well. And he also knows pretty much every time on the map. A nice play by God to make his way toward that LG. Knowing Cypher will need that a good vantage point to move to after the spawn. Like this position where God is when you're out of control. Red armor spawn, Mega spawn. This could be good for Cypher. You can see God now making his way toward the 50 HP, hoping that maybe Cypher would get that red armor spawn, and he did, and he stole it away as well. That is not what God wanted. The best God could have hoped for there was a railgun yellow armor spawn. Wow, he's going to be so annoyed with himself. 10 to 2 now. Oh dear. As God will pick up that railgun. And the yellow armor. Cypher 150 to 95. Let's wait on guard at the moment. Watch him play out of control. As Cypher will try and keep control of that red armor and just push him back. And all Cypher really needs to do now is just play as sort of defensively as possible. He doesn't need to give guard any openings, but he also knows that guard doesn't have anything to his name, so playing defensive may not even be on the cards, as you see him just pushing there looking for that frag. 11 to 2 now. 2.5 minutes remaining. And again, Cypher just knows guard's low. I mean, what he could do, he could just effectively leave guard knowing he's low. He's got nothing to stack himself up on. There's no health on the map, so if he can just hold the 50 HP, hold the mega health, he'll know that guard is sub 100. And especially now after a couple of rocket spams, that's a brilliant railgun from guard, and another one out of the teleporter though, but look at that, caught with his pants down as Cypher just brings out that LG, of which he's hitting 44% with 65 ping. That is a brilliant value, really, as guard's currently hitting 25. And 58 as well on that railgun for Cypher compared to 38 from guard. So, but you know, Cypher has been in control for most of the game, and that's really when you see those accuracies start to step up to the next level. When you can control where your opponent moves to, you can force them into awkward positions, and take control of their positions when they're supposed to be out of control. So, Cypher's just playing a great game high on Bloodrun, as did guard on Furious Hearts, as did guard on Bloodrun. Mega health for guard. See if guard can get a few more frags to give him some motivation going into the third, shall we? Well, he's caught with a bit of an awkward angle at the moment. One more rail but shut him down. There we go, good game. He's going to be called by guard. So not the end guard perhaps wanted going into third map, but dominating performance from Cypher there, Inferno.
Well, as I told you before, the things you're saying about duel, they all make sense to me, but I couldn't really come up with all that stuff all on my own.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to help out.
Yeah.
I mean, it just looks like guard really on that map just had every time he went in for sort of an all-out attack to try and give himself a better spawn, he just didn't deal the amount of damage he needed to before he went down. And when we saw Cypher do the same thing, Cypher just sort of either killed him or you know, put him down to sort of 20-30. So Cypher's just aim was much better on Furious Heights, I have to say, in those situations.
Okay, next map will be Arrow Walk.
Yeah, I've got to say, this could go either way. If Guard's railgun is on, which we've seen it on against Noctis, I think maybe Guard could put up a good fight here on Arrow Walk. But at the same time, maybe not, so we'll see. As we kick things off here, third map here in the ZOTAC Grand Final, Cypher versus Guard. Watching Cypher at the moment, he tries to find that rail onto Guard after picking up that red armor. He will manage to do so effectively. And there's another one with a rocket launcher as well, so he'll know that God has no armor now. That red armor stripped, and that rocket will finish off the frag as well. He can look for this spawn frag. There's a bit of time before this spawn as well of red armor, which he'll want to get because he has no armor. Sometimes on Arrow Walk you see the players just leave red armor up when they are stacked because they know that the player isn't going to be able to get it, and you don't need to pick it up just yet. So if I had to get that one with zero armor, maybe we'll see it different later on. Now it's about defending this mega elf. He'll know that God has a yellow. And a one rocket could put him in an awkward position. The second one as well. The railgun just missing. That would have actually put Cypher down to, I believe, 8 HP. So we're so unfortunate there. 89 still above that railable angle. 10 HP for Guard though. That's going to be the frag there. 3-0 now. There's a Cypher will pick up that red armor. We know that mega health time is coming up soon as well. We know exactly when Guard picked that up, so he probably looked to deal some damage there as well. There's the frag. Fantastic. 4-0. We've got mega and red armor coming up at the same time. The problem is, Guard isn't really going to be able to do anything. If Cypher's actually smart here, he wouldn't pick up the frag. He can instead make Guard push it back away for some HP, allow him to get both, but instead he will find the frag. And as he was in that position by red, Guard actually got the spawn toward the grenade launcher side of the map, which means that Cypher was able to push down toward that mega elf and will also be able to give himself that red armor. Instead it seems he wants a railgun first, which is ballsy, considering taking one would have put him down to 20 HP, but has now found that frag. 6-0. 7-0 now after spawn as he looks for another spawn frag. Rocky, oh, that is unlucky. Wow. Furthest percentage of spawns, I'm not sure what the value is now, but that seemed like the closest percentage. Guard's got to be a bit frustrated with that one. So this is 8-0. Cypher will pick up that mega health. He only has well, he doesn't have any armor, so had you know, guard able to connect with anything at distance there, Cypher would have been in an awkward position, but he wasn't. 100 to 100 now. God steal away that yellow armor, but again, doesn't mean too much because Cypher's tanked. This is just dominating again from Cypher. Really just had the best opening on the map, hitting that first railgun, and then the second one up by that rocket launch has just sort of launched him in this matchup. But God did manage to steal that red armor. That could help him a lot. A small mistake there from Cypher, but no, I don't know. Cypher just allowing God to drop into him. I'm not sure what God was doing. 11-0 now. Yellow armor's up. Cypher's going to deal damage, but actually this is really good for God. If God doesn't challenge that LG of Cypher, it just seems like occasionally God can be a little bit over-aggressive, hoping that Cypher misses, and Cypher just really isn't missing. I mean, look at the damage he's taking here, but that's a good amount of MG damage, probably pushing Cypher away from this red armor. So it is working in favor, but I just can't help but feel the amount he's losing from just pushing in aggressively when times he perhaps don't. He's now paying the price for, as we see Cypher now picking up a rail frag, 12 to 1. Cypher's sort of aggression usually comes at the cost of losing no HP. Whereas, you know, here we go again, dodged all those grenade launches. A bit lucky, but nonetheless, you can see my point. 13 to 1. God will get that railgun. Knows that the red armor's spawning, but there's not much he can do without taking damage. So we can see there that that 25 HP will put him above that railable percentage at 80. He's safe for now. Those 25s are going to help, but he needs to get some armor. And right now, Cypher has times on everything on the map. He won't be able to get this mega health. There's no way he can get to green armor because Cypher's there. Red armor's not a possibility because Cypher can just leave that one up. And, you know, God's not going to be able to get it, especially with 5 HP now. And the yellow armor as well is going to be his. So, I mean, look at this. I think Cypher will probably just jump over toward that yellow armor and deny it from guards as well. So, really, Cypher's just cornered God away from this entire map so far. I mean, cheeky rails like this doesn't help God whatsoever. Got the red armor again that, you know, Cypher will go up to pick up, only having 39. That will help. Like I say, above sort of 90, 100 armor, you'll see the players leave it up. But when you're sort of in that danger zone where one railgun would strip away that armor and then a rocket could finish you off, you don't want to leave it up for anything. Pick up that spawn frag, as that's some good damage from Cypher. He's just going to try and hit anything he can to save himself that mega. 15 to 1. And armor will go for guard here. That's a nice pickup because actually Cypher doesn't have any armor whatsoever. If guard 225s are up for guard, it would have been okay, but I'm not entirely sure they were. Going to have a look as we see off the spawn. Yeah, the 225s were up. I'm not entirely sure why guard didn't opt to back away. So 17 to 1. I think already we're sort of borderline map over at this point. 18 to 1 now. Good railgun. Again off the spawn. What is he hitting on this map? 52. Again above that 50%. 58 on last map at the end. 50 here at the moment on arrow walk. That's a good frag from God, but he will flop that jump to red armor. This could not help him whatsoever. Oh, the rocket just missing him. That could have gone so wrong. But we'll stick on guard for a little bit. And see what his plans are to start making the 16 frag comeback. At least more respectable. Because this would put it 2 to 1 here in the grand final. That would be match point going into next map. There's I mean, really not hitting the railguns he needs to hit. He's on 12%. This is what I said before. If Guard is able to hit his railguns, like we saw him do against Noctis, perhaps he would have been able to deal a lot of damage to Cypher on this map, but 11% compared to Cypher's 50, really not helping whatsoever. It just means after every kill that Guard manages to make, which is 2 at the moment, he can't really connect with the spawn rails guns, which doesn't help. And when he's playing out of control and trying to hit the rails across the map, he's just not able to. So he's not able to strip Cypher's health and armor, his stack effectively away, bit by bit, which doesn't help things whatsoever. I like the little vote thing, by the way, on the bottom right. Doesn't seem to do anything apart from blood run though.
Yeah, I think we have found the first person that likes it.
Yeah. Oh really?
Yeah, there's been a lot of should I say it, bullshit going around. No, nobody actually likes it because you need to make a choice out of those 3. It loads the map, and then you have to wait 15 seconds before you can vote the actual map that you want to play.
Oh no, 15 seconds. It's no, it's not like the scoreboard stays up forever.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. Maybe there could be a better way to implement it. I don't know. Yeah, 2-1 on the board now here in the grand final of ZOTAC. 2-1 in favour, of course, to Cypher, who after the first map lost to Guard on Bloodrun. Looked to be not in top shape, but here on Lost World, potential match and tournament point here for Cypher. Let's see what's going to happen. We saw Guard play very well out of control on Bloodrun, and this is a map where we could see that as well here on Lost World. Very famous for 1 to 2 frag scorelines as we watch Cypher get that yellow armor and LG spawn. There's a bit of damage on toward that mega health. This is actually going to gift him the red armor if he'd like to pick it up, but they said maybe just trying to pull away and keep what he's got, give it away to Guard, it seems. So I'm going to stick on Cypher for the moment, who will actually make his way toward the rocket launcher. So Cypher now has the weapons he needs to play defensive. He can also move back on toward that plasma gun, which I'm sure he wants after this yellow armor. But he's going to hold middle map instead. It looks like he wants to hold middle map. Yeah, nice little trap he's got set up here. That is an easy jump to do now. Take live, and he should be able to as well back away into the stairwell if he needs to, which is exactly what he's going to do. He'll get the early shot. That is a nice bit of damage as well. Down to 76. God will pick up the red. He will be Cyber to pick up the mega health. Will he do the jump up or will he challenge? Looks like he's just going to... oh! Just makes it up top. But really, both players just feeling him out. It'll probably be the first frag made around this middle area due to a lucky rocket or a bit of LG splash pushing them in the way. But it will be red armor the next thing up on the map. That is a cheeky jump up by Cypher toward that middle level. God, he's going to have to back away. Right, Cypher not having any armor to his name. Now he does. Red armor will be his as a result. Fight by him. Now mega health will Guard challenge. LG damage, good rockets and defensive. It's not going to be enough, but it will be Cypher to pick up that first frag with the LG. Currently hitting 35%. Get that yellow armor for his efforts. Red armor should be his as well. Oh, he's fluffed the jump. Eliminate some of that HP to pick that one back up. LG going for that frag, the plasma. Like I say, strongest weapon in the game if you can hit with it. On 65 ping, it's not always possible, but in those tight knit doorways, it is made easier. Big Guard struggling at the moment. No armor. That's a nice bit of plasma damage. 34 HP. Well, Guard come charging back in. No, it looks like he's just going to back away, and well, he's also going to give away the mega health at this point. That's a missed opportunity from Guard. I could have sworn he might have dropped down and made a pass in toward that mega health again, but nonetheless, better player than me. We'll stay at 1-0. Time being. I say low scoring map at times, and it's Guard that needs to take this one to a final map. 2-1 at the moment for Cypher. We'll see. Setting traps up by the teleporters. There's mega health. A little bit early for it, in fact, and he was the one to pick it up as well. But get it. 200 to 170, and he's now in the position where he can afford to just jump up toward Guard on this upper level, knowing that his LG has been stronger throughout this game and he could perhaps pull out the frag, but doesn't want to take that risk just yet, and perhaps will never do it here on Lost World, although he will do it there to try and deny Guard of more rocket ammo. The rocket ammo, of course, there, and by that up a yellow. Once he's out of that rocket launcher ammo, he's going to be in a very awkward position here, Guard, if he wants to continue to play defensive, but he does have a health and armor stack that would promote him pushing in toward of these items, so probably will drop down toward the doorway perhaps, or maybe Cypher will expect that. Yep, he will expect that. But it's interesting to see when Guard will actually make an attempt on one of these big items. He just has the stack to do it, and it has to be mega.